Have you ever wondered why loving yourself leads to success? No? Well, buckle up, folks, because we're diving into this riddle today. Picture this. A man named Bob, always down on his luck, always the last to be picked, always the one who'd stumble and fall. Bob was his own worst critic, never giving himself a break. Success, it seemed, was always just out of reach. Then one day, Bob had a revelation. He decided to treat himself with the same kindness and respect he'd give to a dear friend. He started to appreciate his own worth, and guess what? Things began to change. Bob was no longer the guy who tripped over his own feet. He was the guy who picked himself up, dusted off, and kept going with a smile on his face. His personal life flourished, his professional life soared. So, it turns out, the secret to Bob's success was as simple as loving himself. Who would have thought, eh? Now, you might be thinking, that's all well and good for Bob, but how does self-love lead to success for the rest of us mere mortals? Well, let's dive into the fascinating science behind it. First off, self-love boosts confidence. When we appreciate ourselves, we inherently believe in our capabilities. This belief is like a superpower that propels us to take on challenges and opportunities with gusto, just like our beloved Bob. Next, self-love helps reduce stress and anxiety. When we're kind to ourselves, we create a safe internal space where stress and anxiety are less likely to take root. It's like having a cozy, stress-free sanctuary in our minds. Lastly, self-love can lead to better decision-making. When we value ourselves, we make choices that reflect that worth. We're less likely to settle for less and more likely to strive for what fulfills us. So according to science, loving ourselves makes us confident, calm, and smart decision-makers. Not too shabby, right? Shabby. Alright, we've heard Bob's story, we've got the science down, but how do we apply this to our own lives? Imagine you're a wizard, and self-love is your magic potion. This potion is not something you buy off the shelf at a mystical store, it's something you brew within yourself. And the ingredients? Oh, they're quite simple. A dash of self-acceptance, a sprinkle of self-care, and a generous helping of self-confidence. Stir it all together with a wand of positivity, and voila, you've got your magic potion. Now every time you take a sip of this concoction, you're not just hydrating on self-love, you're also attracting success. Like a magnet, you start to pull in opportunities. You become a beacon for positivity, and success, seeing your bright light, comes bounding in your direction. So folks, the next time you're feeling down on yourself, remember, you are your own magic potion. Drink up and watch the success roll in.